Hello and welcome to the DiLive podcast. Today we're going to talk about the science behind the law of attraction and really what part does our energy play in that. And it's so important to understand this. I know when I first heard about the law of attraction, I'm like, whatever, woo-woo sort of stuff. I didn't really know what I thought about that. And I certainly didn't have a grasp on how I could ever use it to get a result I wanted in my life. So first and foremost, we have to understand that energy is everywhere and is everything. Everything we see is energy, obviously in atoms, and atoms are made up of energy. So it's not too hard to scientifically prove that everything is energy. But why is that important? Well, we are energy as well. And so the law of attraction is a law that basically states like energy is attracted unto itself. That's the old language. That's the way I've known it to be. Like the energy I'm in is going to attract like energy to me. So interestingly, when people say, yes, I want to manifest $1 million, and then they go through their days talking about what they don't have and how they can't be happy, the energy they're in, and you can feel what energy you're in. If you're in the dumps, down in the dumps, that's an energy. And they want to manifest and attract $1 million. And even the way they're seeing that money, $1 million, what sort of energy is their vision? I'll give a bit more of a simple example, if you like. I know when I was growing up, my mum would have said that money is evil. So whenever I thought of any amount of money that was over and above just what I needed to get by, I saw that as something that wasn't good. So my whole feeling around what I was saying, of course I'd love that, but I thought it wasn't good. So you can see there's so much fractured energy in that whole scene. If I'm going to attract and manifest, which means bring what's unseen. So I've got an imagined image in my mind and I want to bring that into my life in a physical way and experience it in real time here and now. If I'm going to do that, I've got to match the energy of what it is that I desire. So not so much thinking about the thing that I desire, but what's the energy of experiencing that? How would I feel if I had $1 million in my bank account? How would I feel? And that's the energy that we want to focus on and get in touch with. And then we want to match that energy. So there's two components there. What is it that I desire? What's the energy of that? If I was to have that, how would that feel? How would I feel? And then I can move into that energy right now. And when I do that, I'm allowing that attraction. Because the truth of the matter is we live in this law of attraction all the time. It's not like we turn it on and off. It's always happening. We're always producing some form in our thought, and that form has an energy about it. So that we're always lining up with something. So what is it that you're producing? So it's really important, as I said, to understand how the law of attraction works, in that like energy attracts like energy. If I've got a desire for something that I really want, I want it because I'm going to feel better. Mostly that's why we want something, because we're like, this is going to be fantastic. So I've got to raise my feeling level to the level of having that. Now, what stands in our way mostly to doing that is that we live in our physical world right now. Say it's having a partner. You might be looking for a partner in life and you want to get into the energy, the feeling of having that partner already. How do you do that when you haven't got the partner and it's so there in your face that you're living on your own, you're doing things on your own, you're not going out? So the energy you're in is pretty down, and it's certainly not matching the level of the energy that, I have this partner, we're having this great life together and we're doing all these things together. So that's really the chasm to be bridged if we are going to line up with the desires of our heart and allow the attraction to happen. Now, how do we raise our energy then? And one of the main, in fact, the only instrument that we have to doing that is our imagination. first and foremost. And I talk a lot about children, I know, because young children are fascinating. They find it so easy to imagine things in their mind, and you see them being so joyful. And so you can do that too. We can do that. We've got an imagination that might need a bit of oiling and a bit of, getting it working again. But if you can, the major tool is to imagine what you want and the having of it. We fall down in the area of we imagine what we want, but then our awareness is more about I don't have it. And so that's the thing to be practicing in raising your vibration. It doesn't feel good when you have something you want and you can see it in your mind, but then you spend most of your day in the awareness that you don't have it and you don't know how you might get it. So that doesn't make you feel good. So one of the greatest tools you've got is to, yes, live more in your imagination. Live in the feeling of that. You have to walk your days out in what you have to do, but you can decide how you feel as you walk that out. And that will really help your vibe to be raised. You might find that you've got in your mind that you want something and you seem to be attracting other things into your life. And you're like, well, this isn't what I wanted. We must understand that we don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. And that's what we've been talking about here is the law of attraction says like energy attracts like energy. So very often you might find that, it's not showing up in my life. And in fact, the exact opposite is showing up. The law of attraction is not working for me. Well, it's absolutely working. And I want you to be absolutely assured of that. You are a powerful attractor by the way that you feel. And so if you're not getting in your life what you really want, and I've just been experiencing some of this myself, you think, okay, I'm getting something quite opposite to what I would have said I wanted. Where am I in my feeling tone around what I say I want? When you think about what you want, are you actually feeling like, yes, that's me, and I can absolutely wholeheartedly feel like that's me, and you're more in anticipation because you know it's you? Or are you walking through your days feeling like, I don't know how that's going to happen? And that is a feeling that is going to hold out on what you're really desiring, because there's two energies going on here. The one thing that really, when I found this out, really encouraged me, and I think I definitely kept me going in practicing this. The law of attraction is always in operation, so that's a given. And your desire of what you want is indicative of what is for you, okay? You don't actually dream up your desires, it's a part of you. So you can absolutely know with full confidence that, this thing that I see in my mind and I can feel into is for you. So don't give up. Be very persistent with practicing feeling as if you already have what it is that you want. And like I said, don't give up, because the law of attraction is always in operation, and your desire is a certainty if you will hold that in your mind and allow yourself to feel the fullness of having it. Thank you for listening to us today. We love sharing this information. When I started in this information nearly 10 years ago, it really changed my life, and I want to share that with you. You might be someone that's across this and you love it, or you might be someone like I was when I first started, a little doubtful that this is for you or this can be for you. I used to look at a lot of people and think, well, that's great for them. They're obviously loving their life, but I don't think I got that ticket. I can absolutely assure you that you can, and you have got what it takes. So if you're feeling like you'd like a little bit more encouragement, I would delight to have a chat with you. That's certainly how I started, just to get a little bit of understanding about my situation and get going. So there's a link below to click for that, and you can book in and we can have a quick chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next podcast.